I'm a monkey. Either side of me are two other mammals who also have a human psyche. We're all sat in a small enclosed walled space near a canal. In front of us is a swimming pool-sized stretch of water, mostly surrounded by walls. It runs parallel with the canal and is connected to it at our end. There is a wooden walkway on its right-hand side. At the opposite end of the water stretch is a white gorilla that the other two mammals know. The gorilla is angry with me because they don't know or trust me. The gorilla comes bounding across the surface of the water towards me, aggressively raising their fists lots of times. I'm quite calm and untroubled by this, and the other two mammals tell me it's going to be okay. The gorilla bounds up to us and is about to double fist slam me, so we all back up against the wall behind us in a panic. The other two mammals escape over the wall, but I can't do that. I quickly weigh my options and decide to escape onto the walkway. The walkway is some sort of bridge or pier made of wooden rungs with narrow gaps. As I cross it, I notice there's a few broken rungs, which provide a gap big enough for me to fit through. I make a quick decision to go through one of the gaps and underneath the walkway for safety. It's dim and grimy down here. The walls on both sides are concrete, but the ground is earth. Holding onto the rungs, I swing away from the gorilla as silently as I can. I see glimpses of the gorilla's head and white fur sometimes, and I can hear his grunts. The gorilla knows I'm down here, and it seems like they can sense roughly where I am, as they do a decent job of following me up there. I stop swinging for a moment and stay still, hanging from one rung. But I have difficulty hanging on and make a scuffle, which alerts the gorilla. I see him looking down and around, understanding that I'm down here somewhere. I don't feel safe, so I continue swinging along. The gorilla starts smashing the rungs behind me, creating more gaps. The corridor ends with a wall that has a small passage to its left. In my panic, I turn around and swing back down where I came from. The gorilla starts dropping cumbersome objects down the gaps to get me. They drop things like a huge trash can and a giant flower. When I'm nearly at the place where I started, the gorilla drops a bunch of massive cacti down the gap in front of me. The cacti all line up and grow and block the way and start falling on me, so I turn around and start swinging back in the other direction. I think to myself that it'll be okay if he drops more things like this, because I can swing along under the rungs faster than these things can move. The gorilla drops a giant kidney down the gap just after I swing by it. The kidney multiplies and they start accelerating towards me faster than I can swing away from them. I come to the end of the corridor once again and weave into the narrow passage to the left, just barely escaping the kidneys. It's even dimmer and grimier through here, and is strewn with old rubbish. The passage turns left at the end and has an escape hatch like a dirty cat flap. The hatch has a sheet of plastic and a tree branch blocking it. It takes a lot of time and effort to move them out of the way so I can access the escape hatch. I'm terrified the gorilla will get me. I manage to get out through the hatch and enter a small concrete patio surrounded by high walls. The patio was all dirty and abandoned. There's some trees behind the walls, and one of the branches is low enough for me to grab hold of. As I'm climbing the branch into the tree, the gorilla comes out of the patio doorway looking for me. I hide in the tree, uncertain if he saw me escaping into it. Beyond is a landscape of rooftops of small abandoned buildings. I swing along branches and an old telephone wire and just manage to make it to the nearest rooftop. This place has well-kept plants and seems to be a small garden. Two gardeners come out, who are a pair of anthropomorphic cats. One of the cats is grey and blind. I think they'll hate me, so I intend to swing to the next rooftop, which is a considerable distance away. There's a sequence of rooftops, amongst others scattered around, which lead to a colossal metal safe-like door that has something to do with the government.